Sundown Adventureland is a children's theme park located in Rampton, but with many rides and attractions. Today, we're going to count down for the top 10 rides over at the park. Coming in at number 10, we have got Giddy Piggies, which is your typical carnival style ride. Nevertheless, with its awesome piggy theming and its attraction towards younger kids, I definitely believe that this ride deserves a spot at number 10. To start off with, you will board your pig, which can fit 4 people, perfect for a family. From then, your gondola will rise like many Dumbo style rides out there, but apart from that, this ride is very different, as instead of slowly going up and down, your piggy will start to bounce, making it feel actually quite intense. The downside though towards this ride is it is quite small, so there is not a lot of airtime, but it is definitely a great first ride, or one that is just really fun for the younger kids over at the park. Oink! If pigs aren't your thing, but bluebirds are, then our number 9 spot, Yolkie ride, is the one for you. On this extremely fun ride, you are sat within a cracked egg, which will spin on a circular platform, which I'll let you know is also spinning. Now on this ride, you control it yourself, so if you don't want it to spin, you don't have to make it spin, but if you want to spin it to the point where you are going to come off feeling so dizzy you don't even know where you are, trust me, you can do that as well. This is also full of great theming, which is a really unique for a funfair style ride, and is actually very impressive. This also cracking ride will definitely be one that you will ride again and again. At number 8, we have got Monkey Mayhem Driving School, which, as the name may suggest, is a driving school. Very similar actually to the one over at Legoland Windsor. However, I do have to say that due to all the monkeys as well as the animal theming, I actually do prefer this ride. To drive on your very own Jeep, you need to be between the height of 1 to 1.4 meters, so unfortunately I never got the opportunity to ride this attraction. Nevertheless, from what I have heard, this ride is one of the funniest and greatest attractions at the park. So you may be wondering, why is this at number 6? And that is because not everyone can go on it, and for me, standing still and watching people have fun is not up my street. For our number 7 spot, we are heading to a farm, as we have got Tractor Ride, and really the name says it all. On this 3-minute adventure, you and 3 others are able to jump aboard a very own tractor and head around, well, a really themed farm. Now normally with parks like this, the Tractor Ride has next to no animals. However, at Sundown Adventureland, they have got so many scenes going on, which really does make this ride interesting but also very funny. I will not tell you that, as I don't want to spoil the initial reactions. Nevertheless, I thought it was worth letting you know that despite the tractor ride being able to fit 4 people, 2 of them really do need to be kids, as it is quite a tight fit at the front. If you prefer safaris than farms, then you are also in luck, as for our number 6 spot, we have got Ostrich Safari Ride, and I'm not going to lie, this actually does look really fun. Now, these types of rides are very common around kids parks, with one being located at Gulliver's Land and another over at Longleat. But basically how this ride works is you board your very own ostrich, which can fit really 1 adult or 1 adult as well as a small child. Then you will set off as you head around all of the safari, scenes will appear. You will then bounce up and down, as well as having commentary from the ostrich itself. Unlike tractor rides though, this one actually has got a few animatronics, so it is definitely worth the ride. Now unfortunately though, it is not completely perfect. However, due to many people wanting to go on this ride and not many people be able to sit on it, the input is extremely slow, meaning longer queues. With that aside though, I would highly recommend a ride on Ostrich Safari. Top 5, and at number 5 we have Robin Hood's Merry Adventure. This is basically a tractor ride where you will follow Robin Hood's story and see many animatronics along the way. For me, who personally thinks that the whole ride is dependent on the theming, this attraction is great. The car that you sit in is a carriage that has a huge capacity for people, and it is pulled along by 2 model horses. Along the ride, no matter where you turn, there is some really awesome models and theming, with one of the parts of the ride actually going through a castle where you can see the king and a humongous feast. This is a sort of family ride which I can imagine riding loads due to its short queue, awesome models, and possibly getting some pretty cool photos. You can't have a theme park without a train ride, and Sundown Adventureland is no different. As for our number 4 spot, we have got Rocky Mountain Railroad. No, this is not an RMC, but a kiddie train ride. Nevertheless, it is very fun. Oh yes, it is. This train ride is very similar to the original Big Thunder Mountain Railroad at Disneyland, California, of course before it got turned into such an iconic coaster. Now, as you head around, there's a really impressive mountain that you pass through, seeing many naughty characters going over wobbly bridges, as well as going through an occasional dark tunnel. Unfortunately, this ride though is only a 1-station wonder, but with its short layout, it couldn't really have 2 stops anyway. With all that being said, you guys are honestly going to love Rocky Mountain Choo Choo. Top 3 now, and for this spot we're going to Jolly Pirate Boat Ride, and to be honest, this is probably the first pirate ride that isn't a pirate ship, but instead a nice leisurely boat attraction. Now, it would probably be near a number 1, but some of the models are a little bit outdated, and you can really definitely see that they have aged. Apart from this 2-minute ride is really nice for the whole family, with a surprise at the end, maybe making you a little bit wet. So if you're heading to the park on a nice hot day, this is great. However, personally, I prefer this as a lazy river. Who wishes it was Christmas every day? Well, if so, this is the ride for you. This is the night before Christmas, and surprise surprise, it is another track ride over at Sundown Adventureland. Now, from my knowledge, this attraction is open all year round, so if you do want to get in the Christmas spirit even when it's not Christmas, then I would definitely take a ride. You pass many Christmas characters like elves, reindeers, as well as Father Christmas, so what more do you want? Well, it's not just the characters that makes this ride magical though, as there is also so many scenery sets as well as lighting, really to make a great ride. Obviously though, this is a Christmas ride, and therefore it does feel a little bit weird out of Christmas. To be honest though, it reminds me of the sort of attraction that you would find at Hyde Park's Winter Wonderland. So yes, I would recommend this ride, but outside of Christmas, it may feel a little weird. Ho ho ho, it is time for the number 1 spot, and it is going to be another Christmas ride. This is Santa's Sleigh Ride, and you can probably guess by the name what it is. You board this fantastic sleigh and take off through many rooms, one of them with dancing snowmen, one of them in Santa's grotto, and finally ending up in a house where you give the presents to the children. You may be wondering though, why is this ride worthy of the number 1 spot? And that is because of the overall experience. From the moment that you enter into the queue to end, you are immersed in the Christmas spirit. Therefore, I think not only with these rides, but with all the rides over at the park, it is best to go during Christmas time, as the rides will just be, well, 100 times better because of the relevancy. Unfortunately though, that is the end of our top 10 video over at Sundown Adventureland. If you have enjoyed the video, please make sure to like, subscribe and comment down below, as we make over 4 top 10 videos every single week. In addition to that, if you are a huge fan of the channel, make sure to follow our Patreon page, as that means the absolute world to us. But that is it from me, Tom Derrick from Theme Park Hosting, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.